You know what time it is, right? It is time for a market update. It's the 1st of February, so I'm going to take a look at the market for the past couple months. That's what I'm talking about today. Stick around. Hi, welcome back. My name's Joe Brown. I'm a real estate agent with Century 21 List with Beggins, located in South Tampa. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So if you've been with me, you know that at the beginning of each month, I do a market update looking at the market trends for the past couple months or past several months, depending on what time of year it is. So today I'm going to look at January compared to December. And I'll just readjust my camera so I can put my handy dandy chart up here, okay? Wow, that was difficult. So let me put the chart up here, and you can see the background's blue because I can use some more cold weather. So let's take a look at active listings, and you can see active listings has gone up slightly, from 754 to 778. But again, if we go back to 2018, 2019, our active listings was close to 1,500 homes. So we are still down from that area. We're certainly up from the post-pandemic, the 2001 or 21 or 22. We're up since then. Take a look at new listings. So if you recall, so last month I did a yearly look, and new listings had gone down. And I had said that the average, over the course of the year is about 250. But you can see we more than doubled the number of homes that went on the market in January to 286. So we really saw that increase of homes. Now, what that means for buyers is you as a buyer have more options, right? And more options means more bargaining power for you. It's the law of supply and demand. If there's more supply out there, then prices tend to either stabilize or come down. I'll talk about that in a second. Look at days to sell. Once a house goes on the market, what's the median? Now let's go back to math class. What's median? Median is what's in the middle, right? We throw out the top, throw out the bottom. What's in the middle? That's the median. So median home price, we're at 31 days in January. So about a month. Now, keep in mind, there are homes on the market longer than 30 days and homes on the market shorter than 30 days. But median is about 30 days. Now, again, I didn't say this at the beginning. This is for the 5 zip codes of South Tampa: 33606, 609, 611, 616, 629. So this data is for those 5 zip codes. Take a look at sales. And again, this may be skewed, but in December we had 167, in January 115. And there are people saying, oh no, there's only 115 sales. Well, let's take a breath. And because I pulled some numbers to compare, right? So in January of 24, a year ago, there were 120 sales. In 2023, there were 123 sales, right? So the 115 is not out of line. What we're seeing is right after the holidays, right? So people have celebrated Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and New Year's. And so there has not been a lot of activity to have closed sales in January. So absolutely, I think we're going to see an uptick in sales. Certainly as we go into spring and summer, we should see an uptick. So that's a trend we want to watch going forward. median home price, we're at 665,000. And I always say, this is just pure numbers. You can't say, oh, look at this. We went from 735 to 665. Home prices are falling. And I say, well, the caveat is I don't know the age of the homes, the condition of the homes, where the homes are. I just look at pure numbers. But you know what I did? I dug into the numbers just for you. And if you could see my notes, they're all over the place. So of those homes, so 115 sales, 45 of those were homes built before 1960. Okay? And then 20 more homes between 1961 and 1979. So 65 homes are older than 1980. Okay, so more than half of the homes would be considered older homes, right? More than 40 years old. Beyond that, 21 of those homes, so of the 115, 21 were condos, and 18 more were townhouses. So again, that's 38 homes of the 115. So a third of the homes were condos and townhouses. Condos and townhouses typically have a value less than single family homes. So when you see this drop in median sales price, again, we're not talking equal homes, right? They're not all 1,600 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single family homes. There's a variety of homes being sold, being condos and townhouses. So knowing that half of the homes were older and a third of the homes were condos and townhouses, that kind of skews the value of the median sales price. So I hope you appreciate that extra effort I went in. This really wasn't that difficult. Take a look at the ratio. Now, this ratio is what a house sells for as opposed to what it was originally priced at. And again, if I price my house at $500,000, but then I lowered the price to $450,000, and it sells at $450,000, well, my house sells for 90% of the original price. So you can see we went from 94.7 to 93.7, right? So 1 percentage point. Still, homeowners are getting, 93, 94% of their original asking price. And again, I go back to when home prices were accelerating in 2021, and the fear out there is the real estate market's going to crash. We really haven't seen that, and I'm not sure if we're going to see that. Months of inventory. And you can see here we went from 5 months to 7 months. Now, keep in mind, this is looking at the 5 zip codes. There are a couple zip codes that are 16 months and 11 months. Just because the number of sales compared to active listings has created that number. But really, we're about 5 to 6 months of inventory. That is a stable market. A stable market means home prices are not going to accelerate rapidly, nor are they going to decrease rapidly, right? They're going to be stable. And in fact, I shared this with my 2025 prediction video a few weeks ago. I'll put a link to it at the end of this video. They expect home prices to go up between 2 to 5% this year. Now, we'll look at mortgage rates. So mortgage rates just four weeks ago were over 7%. New figures came out yesterday from Freddie Mac, and they are now at 6.86. And you say, well, Joe, what's the difference, right, between a 7 to a 6.86? And really, on a monthly basis, it's about $30, $34 a month difference based on, again, the caveat, based on a $400,000 loan. You're looking at about $30 to $35 a month difference between that 7 and the 6.86. So we want to keep tracking mortgage rates. Mortgage rates are going to stay 6.5 to 6.8 over the next several months. We hear a lot of talk at the federal government. Listen, that's why inflation's high. Government spending, we are $37 trillion in debt. We've got to get spending in line. We've got to get wages higher. So all these factors, I predict later in the year, when I say later, I'm talking September, October, we may see rates below 6.5. But for right now, we're looking at 6.5. But here's the thing. If buyers are on the sideline saying, I'm going to wait for rates to come down, and then rates do come down, what's going to happen? There's going to be a lot of demand for homes. And what does demand do? Demand drives prices up. So the people that are waiting for lower rates may not be able to afford the home they want just because of the demand is going to drive the price up. So this is what I say. If there is a home that you like, that it fits your needs and you like it, and you can afford it, then buy it now. Don't wait. Don't play the game of waiting. But because if rates come down, you may even see bidding wars again if multiple people are wanting the same home. So if there's a home that you like that fits your needs and you can afford it now, then buy it. Because then if home prices accelerate, you get to benefit from the growth in equity, right? I hope that makes sense. It's like you keep saying, okay, I want to buy Netflix stock, but it's at $400 right now. I'm going to wait for it to come down. Well, now Netflix is over $1,000 a share, and you could have bought it at $400. You were hoping it goes down, and you missed that run up. Home price, same thing, right? The law of supply and demand. Anyway, I don't want to go off on that tangent anymore. I hope this chart was informational for you. If you have questions, go to my website, joebrownc21.com. There's a contact me button. You can leave comments. Leave comments on this video. I will absolutely respond to you. If you have ideas or topics that you want me to talk about on these videos, please let me know. I want to respond to your thoughts and your inquiries. Also, I do want to advertise that I've started a podcast channel on Spotify, and it's called Tampa Bay Real Estate Market. And I've posted several different podcasts, and you'll be happy it's not me talking, right? I have some other people doing the podcast for me. I supply them the material, they do the podcast. But you can find all those at tampabayrealestate.com on Spotify. So reach out to me. Until next week, take care.